Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again, Devlin McBain. How you doing? You look good today. You lose weight? You are here because you are wind concentrate. You know that? Anyways, I want to address something about these woke cultural vandals, these socialist scumbags, these subversive slime balls, these perfidious pedophiles, these treasonous, backbiting, genocidal maniacs. The woke cult of cretins who litter our country and our world. These vapid, vacant, cow-eyed zealots, who truly think themselves the better of all other people, with no sort of affirmation as to why or how beyond their very existence and self-given permission. These smug hordes of sneering wannabe imperialists that have the audacity to look down on a world that they could never create, with their continual need to con people, cheat people, lie about themselves in braggadocious ways, bully and push around anyone who scares them. The woke mind virus is real, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow the human mind has been hacked by whoever or whatever started this movement of disgusting, aberrant, ugly people who are inside and out disgusting on a level that I'm not sure has ever been seen before in human history. And I invite notations of similar instances of these parasitic, aberrant mongoloids in history if you are interested in getting more information to me. Because you see what I see. They have been forever trying to control us in every way they can. Be it through religion, be it through politics, be it through intimidation, be it through unfairly skewed laws, be it through pointless taxes, using manufactured food shortages, using pointless power outages, using gas shortages. You see, they refuse to do anything else but manipulation and subversion because they are truly so incompetent and ridiculously under-equipped mentally and physically. Morally goes without saying. But these are the only ways they think humanity will respond to their petty insecurities, because that's how they would respond, and they cannot see it beyond themselves. And then obey their putrid ways. They usually claim to be royals appointed by a deific host, benefactor, or just the holy themselves, or ordain their bloodlines to nobility, or join a special group that vets out anyone who's actually useful to society to impose that only their brand of fuckery and chicanery makes the cut to prominence. So that all choices for us to vote for, rally behind, or parrot ideals of are the runny septic sludge mongers, just like they are. They uplift the rest of their ideological asswipes to this level of untouchable. They bail them out of jail. They represent them free of charge when they break laws. They change laws and or words for violent offenses to protect their own kind's proclivities. For pushing themselves unlawfully upon others so they can rape, pillage, burn, and murder unabated. They infest the courts. They infest the entirety of the political system of usury. They wait like a snake in the grass in the public education or indoctrination system for your children with a dark, freakish thirst for their innocence. They represent a contaminated, rotten humanity that must be cut out if we are to save ourselves. The longer we wait, the more these disgustingly repulsive people will multiply. Then once these hateful, cowardly losers feel they outnumber us 10 to 1, like the weaklings they are, they will feel empowered enough to do with us plebs as they please. Us serfs, us slaves, us rabble, us peasants, us subordinates. Their food, their resource, their possessions. They will begin their culling and true usury at that point that will echo the usual crimes these demonic freaks do, vis-a-vis genocide, starving out entire cities, turning off all utilities, breeding out entire genetic lines, to bring people to the knee, burn crops, inflate all fiat currencies to where you have to wheelbarrow around $1,000 bills en masse to afford food or anything. Kidnapping and executing people for maybe being a threat to them. Literally nothing is beyond these vile, evil losers, these misshapen, hateful people. Just look to history. And do it before they decide they're going to change it to suit themselves. They're a bunch of silly and ridiculous genetic dead ends who keep trying to take children and staple them to themselves like body armor, among other dark, perfidiously pedophilic things. They say they want to be taken seriously, yet they dress like demon clowns and try to date normal people, tricking them into what they hope will be a homosexual experience that will convert these victims into the sick cult they are clearly all in. They try to fight and sucker punch and backstab and bully everyone. They lie, they take everything they can, even when they don't need it, just so somebody else cannot have whatever it is. They think they are our betters. They think we are just here to be kicked around for their amusement, like all anointed freaks do when they think they're going to start a new fascism flavor by pushing down everybody else to know their place beneath us. They are communist, fascist dictators with a garishly tasteless coat of paint. These people only look kind of like us, and kind of, I stress. They dress differently, and have affectations that help them see each other in public, so they coagulate together like fetid blood to have strength in numbers, so their communistic screeching has a chorus. They talk a special way. They have special words that they think they can lecture us about. They're literally getting away with so many abuses and subversions and subversive things all around us, and we simply take this because we know what the solution truly is. And we are too good and honorable to do it as good, honest, and strong people. That's how they win. They use our strengths against us, are hesitant to do what must be done, too evil when it is found. They rely on our good nature as obfuscation and their link to us as their species, Homo sapien, to stay our hands, because they too know what their fate should be. And we are their fate. In us, a breakwater wall holding in what is rightfully righteous rage for what they do to us. Our countries, our way of life, our society, our culture, our art, our music, our world. And perhaps worst of all, our children. Because these disgusting homunculi are the definition of unfuckable in almost every way as a rule. They could never truly produce children. Why did they do this? It's simple. They want us. They want what we have. They want to take just for taking's sake. They want to destroy everything they themselves cannot take credit for and make themselves, which is nearly everything. They have this hole where a human soul should be. It cannot ever be filled, no matter how much exponential depravity they indulge in as time goes on, to fill this emptiness inside of them. They cannot create anything of worth. They always, at best, mock and destroy our cultural significance with this smug sense of lecturing, as if they have all the answers, because they have none. One simply has to see what they claim to be, listen to them for but a moment, and understand that the labels they give themselves and their self-indulgent laws are even subversive. Nobility was anything but noble. Equity means supremacy, diversity means racism, inclusion means excluding everyone that they are afraid of, which is nearly everybody. Fairness means the death of meritocratic discipline that ensures the best and most qualified are helping us push society forward. You see, they don't want to go forward. Going forward means they cannot hold the reins and play the fat, unfuckable great leader for life chosen by God card, and force everyone to huff their wretched septic stink as if it is some manner of gift to their lessers. They have been the evolutionary burden of humanity since the era before we could even form language. I guarantee it. They have been directly in our way towards prosperity since the word was given form. They stand in the way for many reasons. Attention, power, to just be in the way, and all of the above. If we say something is disgusting, they will indulge in it to spite us. If we mean to avoid conflict, they will notice and try to overtly bully us. If they smell any weakness, they will exploit it. They talk behind your back about shortcomings you cannot help. They turn your friends against you. They try to ruin your life over ideological reasons, and honestly, I have one question to ask us all. When is enough enough? When will we see these villains as what they are? When do we grasp evil by its fat, chin-littered or pencil-thin little chicken neck and wring it like a dirty, feces-encrusted washcloth? They are all but showing us who they are. They're wearing stupid, bright, garish clothing. They dye their hair these bright colors. They are butchering our children. They are subverting everything we love and hope for in the greatest country left standing on this planet. They talk a certain way. They screech and claw, burn, murder, and rape. And for fuck's sake, when do we just shrug these hominid-shaped lice off? When do we edit ourselves? And for the sake of our collective futures, for our innocent, precious children, for those who gave their lives to ensure perfectly like this shouldn't happen, for our elderly parents stuck in shit-reeking homes that they get abused in sexually and physically because we cannot afford to house them ourselves and start a family, for those who have yet to inherit this world from us, when it is righteous to abhor violence, but those who do nothing indulge those who subvert with their silence. And at this point, at the intensity that this perfidy is happening, I view them as implicit in the maceration as the freaks that do it. We open the asylums back up and shove these freakish satirical facsimiles of humanity into them. And then we dig a pit for those who choose freedom. We need to study these discordant homunculi and figure out why they are like this, and if it can be stopped in any way. We owe this to humanity. We owe this to our future. They are a new wave of savages trying to shit all over everything we love and warp and pervert anything they can get their piss-reeking paws on. And they are too stupid, morally bankrupt, perverted, and animalistic to stop via their own utterly absent discretion. Down with the new Huns, down with these cultural cretins, down with these pedophilic, indoctrination-loving, vile teachers who by their very existence choose to mock humanity and great people, men and women alike, through history. Enough is enough. We are a sapient species, and owe this to ourselves before they push us into yet another one of their beloved dark ages, so they can have their way with us. Because you see, a dark age is a time where history is not recorded, so their freakish proclivities they force upon others cannot be traced back to them. And we are all stricken with sickness and starvation and plague to do anything but be victims as these reprehensibly vile bug-brained animals rape, murder, and pillage to their collective delight. This is what they want. This is the end game. And if you do nothing to stop it, and you avoid all conflict, this is what you deserve.